Alright guys, this is the Ingenuity Algebra 2A. We're going to be solving one variable equations with systems. Alright, so which graph can be used to find a solution? So basically you just have to solve it, right? So x squared minus 1 equals to x plus 1. And then I'm going to bring everything to the left side. So I'm going to subtract 1 on both sides and subtract an x on both sides. So I have x squared minus x minus 2, everything cancel on the right hand side, so it equals to 0. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to factor the quadratic, so x and x, and then for the minus 2, the factors of minus 2 is going to be negative 2 and positive 1, so these two sum to be negative 1. Okay, so you're going to put negative 2 and positive 1. Okay, set equal to 0 on both. So x minus 2 equals to 0, x equals to 2, and then now x plus 1 equals to 0, x equals to negative 1. So you got these two answers. Okay, so that's why I'm choosing this one, because you got negative 1 for x and positive 2 for x. Alright, so Tiffany's solving an equation where both sides of the quadratic expressions, it's a bunch of words, okay? So the key part of this reading is that one is going upward and the other one goes downward. And what's the greatest possible number of intersection of these two quadratic expressions? Okay, so let me erase them. So let's grab this one, I'll show you. So one goes upward. One goes upward. Give you guys the maximum. Okay. Another one goes downward. Okay. How many points of intersect do you guys see? There's one. There's two. Two points of intersect is the maximum you can get. Okay. So answer is 2. All right, so Heather is solving an equation. So what happened here is that, okay, let me read this off. So Heather is solving an equation by graphing the expressions on either side of the equal sign. So if the graph intersect at infinite numbers of points, okay, so the only way this could happen, infinite number of points, is that, let me plot this out, is that if one is a quadratic, okay, how do you make that infinite many points of intersect? The other one has to be a quadratic that overlaps with it. Okay, another one has to be a quadratic expression. Okay, so the point of this question is not really about quadratic, is that you have to make sure that the one side and the other side has to be consistent. So this one says constant, this one says linear. It's not, okay? This one says linear and this one says quadratic. There's no way you can overlap, okay? One says constant, another one says quadratic. You cannot overlap it. It has to be two quadratics to be able to overlap them. All right, so this next one. So friend grabs the equations. So we got two equations, and this is the graph that's shown. All right, so what's the value of the solution? So basically, you just have to solve it, okay? So you have 7 over, use a different color. Okay, so 7 over 4x squared minus 2 equals to negative, I'm going to change that to negative 1/2 x plus 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set everything to the left hand side. Okay, so I'm going to add 1/2 x on both sides, and I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. Okay, everything is going to cancel on the right hand side. Okay, never mind, just keep it with this. So 7 over 4x squared plus 1/2 x minus 6 equals to 0. If you feel like the fraction is annoying, I can suggest you to multiply everything by 4, because I see the denominator is a 4. Okay, so if I multiply everything by 4, what's going to happen is this becomes 7x squared plus 4 distributed to 1/2. That's going to be 2x, and a 4 times -6, it's going to be -24, which equals to 0. Okay, so let's just factor this. So you got 2 parentheses, 7x one side, another one is x. Okay, let's determine what can be the factors of -24. That gives you a sum. If you multiply by 7, it will give you +2. Okay, so think about it. So let me think. So we got -12 and +2. Okay, so if I put +2 over here, -12 over here, see, +2 times 7, that's +14. -12 times x, that's -12x, so that's going to give you a sum equals to +2. Okay, so which brings you that the answers are going to be 12/7 or x equals to -2. So in this case, x equals to -2 is one of the answers. All right, so trig grabs the equations. Okay. Oh, so this is I was looking at the crazy. This question, all you need to do is just look at the point of intersect. Okay, where that x equals to where 0, and then x equals to 2. So 0 and 2. And what's the solution for that? Okay, so you're not really solving for this one. So basically you're getting two lines, okay? And then the solution is going to be the point of intersect, okay? But when we're solving for a solution, okay, we're basically solving for x, right? So x is the x coordinate of this point of intersect. Okay, that's why the first one is correct. What system of equation? Oh, this is the easy one. So all you need to do is understand that 2 minus 9x. It's right here. Think of it as that's a y1, and this is y2. Okay? So first one is correct. Pretty sure you're going to get one question like that. All right, so which graph can be used to find that? Okay, so what you need to do is just go on and graph it. Graph and then actually not solve. I'm sorry. Let me repeat that. So all you need to do is go ahead and solve it. So x squared minus 1 equals to 3. So you're going to add 1 on both sides. Cancel. X squared equals to 4, and then you square root both sides. So you get x equals to positive -2. Okay, so you're going to look for the answers that has the point of intersect where x equals -2 and +2. Okay, this is another one that's kind of similar to 2 questions ago. Right here, right here. What are the 2 solutions of that? Okay, so when you're looking for 2 solutions, you're basically looking for x and y of the points intersect. Okay, so no, actually, I'm sorry, I lied. So what are the 2 solutions of that? So basically you're looking for the 2 intercepts. So 2 points of intersect for x coordinate. So if I call this point 1 and this is point 2. Okay? Alright, so that's why the last one is correct. The x coordinates of the intersection points. All right, so Carlos graphs the equation that and then generates the graphs below. Okay, so when two graphs they don't intersect with each other, that means there's not going to be any real solution. Okay, so the first one is correct. That's it. Take care. Score high.